in memory of poor Captain Frank, who unfortunately passed last night.
Kitty cat.
I know, sad little guy. I wanted to do a segment, and I think I got his picture up there. Throw it up there. Yeah, that's Captain Frank, and then my dog.
Oh, I was like, what is that big dark thing?
That's my big dog. I wanted to talk about the health benefits of pets.
Yeah.
Which I think this is pretty common knowledge, right? I mean,
yeah.
Did you guys know that it's actually beneficial to your health to have pets?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. I've heard that before. Mental health, I've heard physical health probably too.
It's always good.
You should just get a cat, Travis, because cats are easy. Like their alone time.
See, and I've thought about that. I'm not a cat guy.
See, I'm usually not either, Travis. I mean, I'm really surprised I got attached to this cat like I did, because I'm just not really a big cat person either. But every once in a while,
I was listening to a podcast, because I've known this for forever. But like, if you die, cats will like start eating you like within an hour.
What?
Yeah. What? This podcast. So I listened
what if
to
they have food? They'll still eat you?
They'll run out, obviously. But
if they run out of food, they'll eat you.
But we're like within an hour of them like running out of food.
I thought within an hour of you dying, like your cat's just like, no.
Yeah, like wake up. Oh, you're not awake. Let's go ahead and have a snack. No, it was like this guy. He was interviewing a detective.
Oh, and so they know how long the people have been dead based on if the cat's eating them.
He goes, every time you come into somebody's house and they have an animal, it's always a cat that does it, or it's like the small dogs, like a weenie dog, or like the tinier dogs that will start chewing on their.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect you to say that. I thought you was gonna say like the cat will like snuggle up to you.
I did too. I was like, the cat's gonna like be sad or die too because the cat eats you.
That was a turn.
I know, right?
But like big dogs.
Wow, that got dark really
quick.
Like
your Dobermans would, like if you died, your Dobermans would wait so long before they would do that. They would be starving.
Right.
Literally starving.
I don't think they would eat me. They'd probably eat each other, right? Or the cat. They might eat the cat.
I don't know, but I'm saying.
They're so big, they might go into like the pantry or something.
Yeah.
They'd call Domino's.
Dude, our dogs, hey, listen, those dogs can open doors, man.
Absolutely.
It's so annoying because we have those doors that have the lever. And
so yeah, they'll just like.
So the older one figured out that he can stand up and hit that lever and push a door open, which really sucks when you're like, in the bathroom and they come barging in. And then the little one watched the big one and learned how to do it too. We've never had a dog do that. We've had multiple dogs. We've been in that house a long time. These are the first two dogs that figured out how to open.
I'm surprised Musa doesn't do that, but he's not inside enough. But that's what he does to get attention.
Yeah.
He'll like get his big paw and just like hit you.
Oh God.
What's crazy is like the dogs will see people outside and there's one door that opens out in our garage and they will see people outside and they'll let themselves out to go out there.
They're like, be right back. Gonna go make sure these people aren't gonna do something
Yeah, exactly
bad.
Right. Oh my God. Okay, back to the topic at hand. Health benefits of pets. Yeah. So there's actually been a lot of research on this and it's very well established, but I thought I'd go over the different ways that pets can be beneficial to your health. And the first thing is reduce stress.
Yeah.
Lots of studies show that spending time with pets decreases your cortisol levels. So cortisol is a stress hormone. When you get stressed out, you got a lot of cortisol running through. And so interacting with pets actually decreases your cortisol, which decreases your stress and promotes relaxation. Improved mood. Travis, I think you said that one, right? Makes overall improving your mood. You're absolutely right. Interacting with pets increases oxytocin, which is a hormone that's associated with bonding and positive emotions. So it increases your mood and decreases loneliness. Increased physical activity, that goes more for dogs than other pets. And that does hold true. Like I will walk my dog sometime or I'll run out, I get out there and throw the ball with him, be running up and down the yard. So I can totally buy that one. There's actually been studies that show that it decreases your blood pressure. It could be related to the exercise. This is related more to dogs than cats, so I think the exercise part plays into that.
Right.
But also due to the decreased stress level, because stress is one of those things that can increase your blood pressure. So if you decrease your blood pressure and you decrease your heart rate, which pets can do, that improves your heart health.
Right.
And so you can actually make you live longer. Enhanced social interaction.
I was about to say.
Yeah, people who have pets tend to have more chances for social interaction, whether it be you and I sharing a story about our pets or taking your dog for a walk at the dog park. In fact, it was funny.
If somebody has an animal, if I'm out in public, I'm like, can I pet your dog?
I'm
like, dog.
I have to say, and this actually is really personal for me. Like, one of the ways that my wife and I actually started hanging out was she happened to mention that she had a cat. And at the time, I actually had a cat. Like, I don't historically like cats, but I trapped this cat in my fraternity house. And it was actually really, really sweet. And so I felt sorry for it. So I ended up with this cat. And so when I went to med school, I took this cat with me. And it was nice because I lived by myself. So, for all the reasons we're talking about, I had this like companion or whatever. And so my wife, who at the time was just this random girl in my med school class, mentioned she had a cat. And I was like, oh, I have a cat. I was like, we should have a play date for our cats, right? Which, I really didn't want to have a play date for the cats, but I wanted to like, hang out with her. And so she like, for the longest time, she didn't believe I had a cat. Like she thought
was like, yeah, buddy.
She thought I was lying.
Go back to studying.
But I did have a cat, and eventually our cats became really good friends because we ended up getting married and all that. But companionship obviously helped reduce feelings of isolation, and that, like I said, it's good for people who live alone, which was good for me. Stress relief, caring and bonding for pets gives purpose, and that's especially true in challenging times. So like if you have something big going on in your life, like maybe like a separation or a death in the family, or maybe you're having hard times at work, it's been shown that if you interact with a pet and you take care of a pet, that it will help you get through that much easier than if you don't have those interactions. Interestingly enough, it can boost your immune system. And so at first I thought it boosted your immune system as an adult, but it's actually boosting the immune system of kids. Because and it's not all studies that say this, but some studies suggested that if you have children and you have pets, that exposure to the animals and the hair actually desensitizes them, and they have less chance to have allergies and asthma. Versus if you don't have pets and then they're suddenly exposed to that.
Always.
And then the last one, which I thought that you would love, was it encourages mindfulness.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw that, being present in the moment when you have a pet.
Well, because dogs, aren't there forever.
Yeah.
Like our one day is like, like 2 weeks for them.
Right.
When you think about it.
I know. It's always sad too. Like my wife and I judge how long we've been married by like what set of dogs we're on. Like we're literally on our third set of dogs. Like that means we've been together forever, right? Because dogs live about 10 or 12 years. And, but yeah, it's so hard, when they pass.
Yeah. My dogs are 11 and 12.
Oh, are they? Yeah.
So they're up there.
We have one left that's older. We have a deaf dog. We call her Helen Keller, and she's 12. I think she's 12 years old. She was
what kind of dog is she?
She's an Australian Shepherd mix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's a sweet dog, but she's getting up there. It's funny, the Dobermans, they're only a year old or a year and a half, and like they just like run, and so Helen Keller will get out there and try to like chase up.
Keep calling her Helen.
Well, and that wasn't her original name. Her original name was Ginger, and then she was deaf as a puppy. We didn't realize that, and so we would come home and the dog would, we'd come in and the other dog would be like all happy and
she'd be like, what's going on?
No, she'd be asleep. She'd be asleep. And we're like, this dog is the soundest sleeper I've ever seen. And then I was trying to train her and she wouldn't get it. I'd be like, sit. And she'd just sit, or she wouldn't sit. And then we figured out that she was deaf. And so
so did you have to like use hand motion?
So she knows hand signals, yeah. In fact, all of our dogs know hand signals because once you have one deaf dog, then every dog knows hand signals.
My dogs will sit if I go go like that.
No, the dogs all know hand signals, which I think is actually pretty cool. Well, the hard thing about having a deaf dog though is like when it runs out into the yard and it's not looking at you, that you have no way to control it because unless it can see you, then it's just.
Yeah. Does she look at y'all a lot?
Yeah, she does.
I would, because like my dogs are all like always just like looking like right in my eyes. So.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So it's like I would imagine a deaf dog would be like extra more focused.
She's really sweet, but it's funny though since she can't hear, she barks kind of weird, and she'll make like really weird noises. It's just kind of funny. When my daughter was a little girl, she thought the dog was singing, and really the dog's just like grooming itself, but it makes these strange because it can't hear, right?
Yeah.
And
it's like, am I being loud? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so Helen Keller. Yeah. Anyway, so. Pets, they are good for your health. That's well established. Of course, pets do come with responsibilities, so make sure that you can take care of a pet if you're going to get one. And but yeah, they can actually make your life better.
Yeah.
So
I agree.